Is it doing a countdown now? Do you see? There it is. Now it's on here. Do you see it? Is it doing a countdown now? Do you see? There it is. Now it's on here. Do you see it? What in the world? Oh, okay, I see it now. Do you see it? What in the world? Oh, okay, I see it now. See, and you have it so I can hear stuff in your timeline. Go look on your time.
Sorry.
Go look on your timeline, babe.
Man, I don't feel like doing all that. I'm sleepy.
Get up.
I don't want to get up. There it is. See?
No, go to yours. Oh, yes.
I don't feel like doing all that. I'm sleepy.
What? Do you see it on there?
No.
Are you in the app?
No. Yes. There it is. See? All right. Cool. Let's go.
Oh,
I think I'm going to get a divorce.
Lord. Yeah, I could do all that moving.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Make this camera.
Yeah, because we're naked. Why is it paused? Oh, yeah. I got muscles. Still workout body. Anyway.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
So what's your topic?
I don't have one. Yes, again, this week I don't have one.
You said you was gonna have one this week. You horrible. That's all I know.
I got one.
What?
We already talked about it though.
So what is it?
Does size matter? No. Why does size matter? Why does it not matter for women? Why
no, because according to you,
men?
you said women said it doesn't matter. That it does matter. You said that what they do, they said it does matter.
It does.
I told you that I don't think it really does matter.
I think it matters.
No, it doesn't.
Size matters. The question is, how many men would like to have a 10 to 12 inch shalong? That's the question. And I can guarantee you that. I don't want to guarantee.
That's too much, man.
But if I said about 75, 80% of men wish they had a 10-inch shalong.
I think you. I don't know. I don't know if as many men think about that as you saying.
Well, anyway, end of discussion. Next
I beg to differ.
Whatever. Well, I don't know how many men.
Where's your? Are you?
That's great.
It says viewers cannot see you because y'all just decided to hide the screen for some reason. Anyway, all right. So there was something on Facebook that I wanted to ask your opinion about. Someone said that they recently heard a 52-year-old woman state that at this stage in her life, she expects a man to not need her financial contribution at all. He must be stable enough financially to cover all of the bills and not expect her to have to contribute anything.
I want to hear what you think first.
What you think?
I hate this topic. I would agree with the first some of in a different if she would have put it in a different term, maybe I would agree with it. That goes for a woman or a man. It shouldn't be just put on a man. At a certain age, what she's trying to say, I guess somebody should be financially stable. And I would agree to that. Um, but my question to her would be, because she worded it like she didn't, if she meant it like she said, then if you don't have a man at 52 years old, then how are your bills getting paid? Who is contributing to your bills at that point? I think anybody, woman or man, because I hear that more from a woman than I do a man. But for all women that say, men should pay all the bills and this, that, and the third. First of all, whatever works for you, if that's what you require or that's what you want, hey, go for it. It's men out here that'll do it. Uh, but my thing is, if that's what you want out of a man and you're single, my question would be, who paying your bills now? You don't have a man paying your bills now. So why should a man come in your life and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take all your bills, your car note, my car note. I'm going to get rid of your rent and I'm going to pay, or your house payment and I'm going to pay my house payment. I'm going to take all your credit. Why should a man do that?
Well, yeah, because I misread it the first time. Because the first time I thought she was saying that she wanted a man that at 52 she expected a man to not need her financial contribution. I don't know why I keep doing it, but I do think that, yeah, I agree with you on that point. I don't get that. I understand, like I said, I understand somebody wanting and this is for man or woman, man or woman. I understand a man or a woman at a certain age of their life expecting that whoever their partner is, expecting that partner to be financially stable. I get that. Like if you choose to do um, make exceptions to that or whatever, I understand that also. But I can understand that expectation from people. But yeah, the whole paying all the bill thing, I don't agree with that, because you should be able to pay your own bills. And that sounds to me like you just want to find somebody to pay your bills for you. And that sounds crazy.
You know what? I'm gonna go the rest of my life, baby. You gonna pay all the bills. I expected that from you.
You really?
Yeah. I ain't gonna never work again. Fuck it. That ain't gonna work. I don't even see how somebody, man or woman, can sit around though and not and want to do that. Like, so that means you go to work and keep all your money, and I go to work and spend all mine. Like, that sounds retarded.
Yeah, but some people have that though.
Yeah, if I make
some people have that arrangement.
If I have $500,000 or $1 million and I'm making that type of money, then absolutely, I don't really care what you do with your money. But if we the everyday ordinary couple and you know we got the same amount of bills and we taking care, like, yeah, we're gonna have to work together on that. So
yeah, I understand that, but again, some people okay with that, especially for those men who want to flex, like they're the providers.
But when that happens too, also that to me that takes away a woman's independency, because it takes away anybody independency, because if you have to sit there and ask you have to sit there and ask your spouse, can you buy this and can you spend this and can you, like, that's more like a parent, is it not? Well, at least I feel
it
like
is,
that.
but if that's how you have it set up, everybody don't have their setup like that though.
Well.
Some people have it set up where they have a joint account and the person go in there and spend when they want to. And that's just it. But I think in them situations they've married someone who they know has the same financial
Wherewithal.
No, not wherewithal, but same financial ideals or whatever as they values as they do. So they know they married somebody who's not gonna just go out and just spend money crazy and stuff like that. So so that's that part of it. So anyway, I thought that was interesting because like I said, I read it wrong the first time, and so I was thinking like, okay, yeah, but then after I read it again, I'm like, pay the bills. And she doesn't have to contribute. Like, okay, now that's a little different.
Yeah.
All right, so disclosures. I thought this was interesting. What all do you have to disclose, or what all should you disclose in a relationship that you think is actually maybe going somewhere, or even after you get married? What are those things that you should disclose, especially when it comes to past sexual experiences?
Since you always come up with the topics, I guess that's why I always have to go first. I don't really think you should disclose anything unless you've been with somebody's friend, family member, child, whatever things you got going on, or you have an STD. That's the only things you should really disclose. Hell, that's the only thing I would really want to know anyway from a partner anyway. I mean, I guess if you have like felonies and wanted for murder, or child abduction, or bank robbery or something, that should be disclosed. But as far as like sexual things, like whatever you did before me is whatever you did before me, as long as you don't have any STDs that you can't get rid of. If you can't get rid of them, I hope they're gone before you got to them. So married wise,
okay, so again, no. Yep, because this is the thing. Okay, go married wise. Talk about married wise first, because I guess that's just relationship, right?
Yep. Married wise, before you get to that, when you start getting to that stage, depending on where you at, clearing up your finances, I think people should know what type of financial situation they get into, like the credit, good credit, bad credit things should be discussed, the amount of debt that you have. So, because some of that could be, that's because financial reasons are a lot of reasons that people don't make it as well. So if I'm taking on that type of, we'll have to bring that type of responsibility into your life, and somebody $2 million in debt, then I think that should be discussed.
Because we're talking about sex stuff, though.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the whole thing.
No, just sexually.
Sexually, nothing should be disclosed unless it's an STD.
Nothing else.
Nope.
Nothing else.
Unless you.
So if I was a porn star,
well, I probably would have seen you in the video. I was just playing.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, stuff of that. I don't even know about.
If I used to be a stripper.
Nope.
If I used to be a prostitute.
Depending on if you had any STDs and shit that you
okay, but if I didn't have anything like that, but I used to be a prostitute, I shouldn't have to. I should disclose that if I get married to you.
I think that's that goes on the individual, because I put it like this, with me, with the past that I've been known to be associated with, I can't judge nobody for what they did before me. Like I said, you could have been the biggest hoe in whatever city you're from. But what that has to do with me if you've changed your life?
Okay, now, but you wouldn't want to know that?
No, I wouldn't.
What if I have old Johns calling my phone?
But then that's something
I gotta explain to you, like, why these people calling my phone. Like, I may not be doing that now, but what if they still got my phone number?
Well, then that's something. Hopefully, you would correct before, and that's an easy correction. Just change your damn number. If it's that serious,
If I had a sex tape floating around about me,
that should be disclosed.
well, okay, that's what I'm trying to ask you because you said only just STD. So if I got a sex tape, if I got a Kim Kardashian, Ray J sex tape floating around.
Yeah, well, you just said
Do I
earlier
need
you
to-
don't like 10, 12 inches of dick, so I don't think you would have fucked Ray J. But yeah, that's that type of a sex tape or something like that. Absolutely. Well, actually, you know what? It depends on what type of sex tape you're talking about. If you're talking about videos you made with your ex and this, that, and the third, I don't really think that should be disclosed because hopefully that's something in a private moment that y'all had that would never go anywhere.
Okay.
So that shouldn't be disclosed. You know, if you're a celebrity or whatever, of course, you know, the odds of it getting out is whatever. Depends on the circle you run in. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay, so basically, if what you're saying is the only thing somebody needs to disclose is whether or not they have an STD,
or something that can humiliate me. Or
okay,
us,
so
or
a sex
whoever.
tape can't humiliate you.
It depends. If it's with your ex-husband that you was married to for 33 years, and then y'all get a divorce, like I wouldn't think that he would want to go. Hey, look what he used to do to my wife. Like,
okay, but what if I was at bike weekend, like 10 dudes just ran train?
Oh yeah,
do I need to disclose that?
I disclose that because them niggas is about to tell everything. They gonna tell everything. Ooh, boy.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah, because if you don't disclose it, it's gonna come back and gonna be disclosed. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then, if that's the case, then if you were at Bike Week clowning and putting notches in your belt, you don't have to disclose that to me.
I think it's different with men.
I'm just asking.
I think it's different with men and women. Men put notches under their belts. So the whole thing about the sexual aspect of it is that with us, like you said, is notches under our belt. We wear that with a badge of pride, like we the man. Yeah, we did this, that, and the third. Women do it. You already know what it is. Y'all hoes, and no man wants to marry a hoe.
I don't see how that's different.
It's what is it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
Double standard.
That's the word. And double standards has existed from the beginning of time and will be here till the end of time. Not saying they're right, not saying they're wrong. But what I am saying is they're not going anywhere. And the bottom line is no man wants to marry a hoe or who's perceived to be a hoe.
So anything that can humiliate you, humiliate a guy should be disclosed. So then the things that humiliate women may be different than the same thing than the things that humiliate guys, right?
Yep.
So like I could be humiliated by the fact that you went to, let's see, MC anniversary party and slept with 10 women.
Yeah, well, you ain't gonna know about that. I don't have to disclose
maybe I
that.
find out.
You're not.
Maybe I was like, oh well. Maybe somebody tell me, oh well, he had a room and he had women lined up coming in to suck his penis.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't be coming in my room and sucking my penis. They'd be coming to suck my. No, but no, saying, what I'm saying to you is, well,
at that, disclosed?
No, it shouldn't.
Why
but
not?
If you ask me about it, I should tell you.
Okay, no, but you said anything that could potentially be humiliating should be disclosed. Like
that's for men, because
so women don't get that same courtesy.
No, you don't. That's double standard. We just said that.
No, that's not fair.
Because
if you're a hoe, you a hoe. Like you can be a male hoe or a male gigolo.
You absolutely can.
But
we're not gonna get looked at like y'all get looked at.
I don't care. It's how I'm looking at you. Whether or not it may humiliate me to know that about you.
So that may make you feel humiliated, right? What I'm telling you is for a man to know that his woman has been out here getting the insides of her beaten loose, then we not gonna look at her as a wifey material. We're gonna look at her as what is the saying? A man is gonna be a man. You don't never hear again. We already talked about that, but you never hear say, "Oh, a woman gonna be a woman," meaning she gonna go out here and just be doing everybody. But when they say a man is gonna be a man, that means he's gonna cheat and do all of that. Again, I don't agree with all that, but what I'm telling you is that's how we look at it. So yes, that should be disclosed to us. We shouldn't lie to you about it. If you ask, we usually like, no, that ain't us. Now at that point, we should disclose.
So basically, women gotta ask.
I mean,
women have to ask.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is if we're married or we start dating, women have to specifically ask a man, is there did you have sex at this place? Did you do? We got to ask y'all because I know if we ask you a generalized question, you're not gonna bring up some stuff.
If you ask,
if we just ask you like, is there anything out there that may embarrass me? You're not gonna say anything. So we got to ask y'all specific.
Probably not. Like if we talking about, like, we're gonna use the instance of these bike groups or whatever, or these bike sets or whatever, right? If you're on those sets and doing everything this, that, and the third, as a woman, right? We already know because they're gonna be talking. She did this and she did that. So we don't want to hear that from everybody else. You know, you're like, yeah, I used to do this, that, and the third. And even if you do, that should be disclosed, period. That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy.
It is. But that's what should happen because a man is not going to tell.
So that's what I'm saying. So, but what you're saying, we have to be specific in asking y'all, but we should just automatically disclose it to y'all.
I mean,
we should automatically say, hey, I got a train ran on me at Bike Week. Yeah, but y'all don't have to automatically disclose what you did at Bike Week. That's crazy.
Pretty much. You gotta tell us.
Okay, so then we go back to that question, like I asked you before. If you find out 10 years later, what you gonna do?
So that's a whole different one. That should have been a discussion. That was a discussion I was wanting to talk about.
But how's it gonna be a discussion if we don't know specifically that that's something that's embarrassing? Like it's 10 years ago, it happened. Okay, let's say because if I'm friends with the person, I really should supposedly really tell you. But okay, maybe it's like I'm in college, some dudes ran train on me or whatever, blah blah blah. They're old college friends or whatever. I'm supposed to disclose that to you?
Me personally, I would prefer not. However, if that happened and I'm around the dudes and we're around them constantly, then yeah, you damn right it's going. If you know that we got to hang around these, if it's even if it ain't gotta be trained, if you slept with 2 guys, 3 guys, whatever, a guy, and we all work in the same facility or close quarters. Where we have to interact, yeah, you should tell me that, and vice versa. Same for a man. You should never walk around and have your woman or man in the vicinity of somebody that you've been intimate with and has seen you naked, like that woman said, and seen you like Ace, whatever the hell his name is. This person's seen you naked. So why would you not want me to know that you and him was in whatever, or you and her was in whatever situation? Like, yeah, that should be disclosed, because at the end of the day, that could be very what happens if for whatever reason something happens and he go tell his boys or she go tell her girls, and then now it gets back to me that way. So that's going to be that wouldn't be a good situation.
Okay, but what happens if you don't find out till I don't say anything, but you don't find out till like 10 years later? Is that grounds for divorce?
I don't know if it's grounds for divorce, but I would think that somebody in that situation would look at somebody funny, because like, why you not tell me that and had me in that situation? If you had me in that situation, then that means you would put me in that same situation again. Okay,
what if you never around a person? It's just like, okay, back in the day, she made a sex tape that a lot of people saw because it was posted all over the internet. She doesn't bring it up to you. You happen to be on YouTube, and 10 years later, you find a sex tape.
It depends on the individual again. You trying to tell me something?
No, that's a question.
10 years later, you think that they're engaging in those type of activities anymore? Then it would, the conversation will have to be had how you feel, how the individual feels, like they're embarrassed, and what can we do to get it down, or possibly taken down, or something like that. But is there anything else out there you need to tell me that's of this type of situation or whatever? And then that has to be talked about. Somebody would be hurt and probably mad, but I don't think it's grounds for divorce.
So that guy that was talking about he wanted to leave after 13, what was it, 13 years of marriage? Because he found out that she had a train ran on her.
And at that point, I just think he wanted out of the marriage. She probably wasn't going good anyway, or he didn't found or had a side piece, or he was cheating, and now he had a reason to leave, because we do stuff like that.
Okay, but look, what if it was your partner had somebody of the same sex? And do they have to disclose that? Since you said yourself only STDs or something that could be. I mean, so what? If should I break up with you if I found out you had sex with a guy back in the day? Yeah, I mean,
no, you shouldn't, because you would never found no shit like that.
Or should you have disclosed that to me though?
Yeah, I do think so. I very much think
Why?
So. If a man is sleeping with another man
before, like 10 years ago,
yeah, that means he can have some homosexual tendencies.
Okay, but what's that going to do with
nothing
you?
wrong
What
with
if
that.
he's not a cheater?
Huh?
He may have it, but what if he's not a cheater?
Well, I mean,
doesn't sexuality matter at that point if he's not a cheater?
Oh, good question.
Because like if so for example, if I'm with a man and he's bisexual, but he's not a cheater, like he doesn't cheat on his partners, period, and he's with me, do he need to disclose to me that he used to date guys? Or is that none of my business? Long as he's not cheating on me.
Oh, that's a good question. I would say both, yes and no. I would say yes, because some men or some people, some women may not be into guys that used to take it in the butt or used to give it in the butt. Some women may be like you and like, well, whatever you did before me in your past, as long as you're not cheating on me, this, that, and the third. Because the individual may think that is absolutely freaking disgusting, and depending on where they're at religion-wise, or whatever their beliefs are, that may be something that they can't accept. So I would actually say yes, that should be disclosed.
I don't know though. See, that's so then okay. So let's go to this point then.
But then
what if a person has a fetish, or maybe they don't even have a fetish, but they was with somebody who had a fetish, and because that person had a fetish, they performed that fetish with that person.
It depends on.
But your partner thinks that something like that would be disgusting. Is it your obligation to then tell your partner, "Oh, well, I participated in this fetish with somebody"?
Well, maybe I don't.
Fetish is like drinking piss, right? And so they let somebody drink their piss.
Yeah, I need to know that.
But you think that's disgusting?
Yeah, I need to know that.
Why? If the partner never gonna ask you to do that?
Because I don't need to be one day sleep and then hearing somebody sipping out the toilet bowl.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
Like no,
no. Okay, so what if they just let somebody else do it?
That is absolutely fucking freaking disgusting.
I'm just saying.
I wish look. I could take somebody telling me that they like golden showers, because I ain't gotta do that.
No. Okay,
but I'm not about to.
But okay, so this is my thing. You know how I feel about poop, right?
Yeah. But
so what if somebody said they participate in a pooping ritual with somebody?
Then I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to be with them.
I'm just saying.
And that's just like
what they said. Hey, the person asked me to do this, and I did it.
Zorana,
I'm just asking a question.
Let me
do you have to disclose that to me or no? Does my partner have to say, yeah, I pooped on this person?
Well, that ain't got nothing.
Even though they know that I'm not gonna want that.
So all right, cool.
So that's what I'm asking.
All right, so cool. No, right? Because if we've had a discussion and and I know that you don't like doo-doo, and so I already know I'm not gonna doo-doo on you. I don't see no woman walking around talking about, hey, guess what? I let him shit on me. Like, okay. I don't see that happening.
So in that token, then, if there's a guy that's bisexual and he know I don't like dudes that's bisexual, and he know that he ain't about to mess with no dude while he with me, does he have the obligation to tell me then?
I think
it's the same thing. Okay, then you don't the person have the obligation to somebody because they pooped on somebody?
No, because the difference because the difference is nobody's gonna walk around and say, hey, girl, get it on. Dude. So, but ain't nobody walk around like that. Now, a bisexual dude, if I was bisexual and then I dated you and didn't tell you, it's very well just like the what was the show we watched?
How to Get Away with Murder.
Exactly. That girl was getting ready to marry a dude.
That she was still married?
And used to date the dude that was messing with the other dude. But my point is, but you see how her throwback she was when she found that out.
Okay, so you don't think no girl, women run around all the time saying,
"Can I finish?"
He ate my vagina. You don't think someone gonna make it joke be like, he ate it on me?
That's gonna make her look bad. No,
don't.
I wish I might. Let me tell you something. I wish I might.
We close. He cheated on me.
Yeah, I wish I might get. I wish I might be with a you and then a girl walking around talking about, oh, bitch, you think he's something, but he shitted on. Like, really? Stop it. Stop it. Now, again, going back to that, if the dude is gay or bisexual, and he can even gave up the bisexual life and not even and just heterosexual from now on out, I think it should be disclosed, because what happens if you're out in public and an ex dude that he used to mess with or date or whatever the case may be, it's kind of similar to what I said to if you in a situation with a
okay, well, if it's in a different country.
Oh, well, then,
do he need to disclose that then?
I wouldn't.
Okay, then.
I mean, and the reason why, because at that point, then what if you want to leave me because of that? And if I did that and we didn't move out of the state even, and I know nobody wherever we at gonna know anything about what I used to do, now I ain't telling.
Is it fair for you not to tell me?
No, you didn't. You didn't ask me was it fair. You said she had disclosed.
I'm just saying.
It depends. It depends on if I know that you okay with it or not. If you had that discussion and it was like, oh, I could date a guy that's whatever, then no, I mean, that's fine. So
I don't know. I think you kind of biased.
I might be, but I rather for a girl to walk around in your face and be like, bitch, he ain't shit. That's why he shitted on me. Then the nigga to be talking about, ooh, girl, I sucked your man's. Like, get the hell out of here.
I'm just saying. I mean, it could be just as humiliating.
Yeah, it could be.
You was actually shitting on a girl.
She should be humiliated.
No,
she walking around here smelling like
not be humiliated though.
She walk around with sewer mouth or stomach.
Okay, well, they like we played in shit together.
No, that was just.
I'm just saying they could be. They could say that.
Well, if that's if now if you had a fetish where you like to play in boo boo, then that's something that need to be discussed. Because if you're playing in boo boo and your partner playing in boo boo, that's a shitty situation. Yeah, you need to tell somebody that now. Because that's like if I played in shit, right? If I like to play in boo boo, I didn't know how the hell we got here. And I'm in the bathroom and I'm defecating, and all of a sudden I may be finished, and the next thing you know, you come in the bathroom and see my hand in the toilet. Like you need to know that. You need to know that.
That's so gross.
I'm just saying. You talking about disclosing the stuff?
Shit like that, I'm divorcing you.
Why? What if I told you? What if I told you I did that in the past?
That's gross. I'm leaving your ass.
So that I shouldn't disclose it. Then I shouldn't disclose it. What if I told you I was into to shitty sex?
Then yeah, I can't be with you.
I'm saying in the past, but I don't like that no more.
Gross.
So you will leave me if that happened in the past. Okay, so what if I didn't tell you and then you found out?
Yeah, I'm leaving your ass. Because then I got to think about all the times, like, dang, he likes playing in poop. So, like, how many times did he not wash his hands and he came in here touching me with poopy hands?
Or maybe I wiped it with just.
Then I'll be like, that time I smelled something. Did I smell shit?
Yeah. Anyway,
that's gross.
I think you're right. More things should be disclosed, but you have to. But I think they should be disclosed over a period of time as well.
I don't know. I think people should talk about that from the get go, though.
I don't.
What their expectations are as far as those disclosures.
Yeah. It's because what you know.
Yeah, I don't really see if there's anything wrong with that.
I do, because you don't want to tell somebody your personal business.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like when you first start dating someone or y'all first start talking, that person say, well, my expectations is that if we're going to date, that you let me know if you had any STDs or how many sex partners. Like, you ain't got to tell them what it is at that moment, but like you set that groundwork. Because then like a person to know, like, I'm never going to tell this. I don't ever want to have to just talk to this person about this. Then like there's no sense of going forward with them.
Well, I don't think that,
because I think it's all about communication and putting honesty out there. Like, if I honestly tell you, like, hey, if we start dating, I'm going to want to know every woman you dealt with. I want to know anytime you've ever had STD. I want to know blah, blah, blah. And if you think like, that's too much, that's telling too much of your business, then you could say honestly right then, well, I don't believe in disclosing all that to a person.
Well, the STD factor, I can understand. I don't think anybody should. I mean, if they okay with it, fine. I don't think nobody should talk about how many sex partners they have.
I don't think so, but I'm saying like if a person just says this is what I'm going to ask for in the future, should we get serious? I'm going to ask you or be expecting that you tell me these things.
Most people gonna lie anyway, because if you slept with 15 guys in your life, I may have most men have a 2 or 3 guy limit, and if it's more than that, we don't want to know.
Okay,
so at that point, you shouldn't even ask, right? Because if you could have a limit of, I don't know, 5 guys, but I slept with 300 women.
Mm-hmm.
That may turn you off and break us up, but we could be the perfect couple.
Because I had don't want to be with nobody that's slept with 300 women. Though, period.
Yeah, but
but what if a person believe in like spiritual stuff that it happens with sex? Okay, like there's some people that actually believe that the more sex partners you have, the more it hinders your ability to connect with a person emotionally. You don't think it's fair to be honest with a person if they're telling you up front, like, hey, I need to know this because this is what I believe? Yeah. I mean, at least they're telling you.
Well, yeah, at that point, I get what you're saying. At that point, then if it's from a spiritual standpoint and the connections that can be had there, I can see why you would say that. But like you said, you're saying it early, so yeah.
Supposedly, scientifically, they've proven that.
Yeah, but I don't.
The more sex partners a person have, the weaker their bonds are with their later relationships.
Yeah, but the problem with that is everything going great. And we're 6-7 months in, 8 months in, and it's like, whoa, I'm actually falling in love with this individual. At that point, though, I suppose, and you're feeling the same way. I supposed to come to you like, well, hey, look, I just slept with all these women, yada yada this and yada yada that, and then what are you gonna say? Oh, can't be with you now because you slept with all these women. Now I didn't waste 8 months of my life.
No, that's why you probably just tell somebody if the person tells you they want to know that. I would think you would tell them that ahead of time.
So you say I want to know how many people you slept with. I say 300. From day one, you should leave.
But what I'm saying is it's been scientifically proven that the more sex partners you have, the less of an attachment you have with your partner, right? Look how strong our bond is. How much stronger could it have been if you hadn't been a hoe? I'm just saying, like,
I'm just trying to figure out how
out of this world.
I'm just trying to figure out how I get involved in this conversation. That's what I'm saying. Well, actually, I disagree with that though.
It's true.
I know, but I disagree with that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I wouldn't have done the things that I had done, I wouldn't have gained the experiences, and I ain't talking about sexual experiences. I've done everything with however many people I've been with. I've done everything sexually that I wanted to do. So that took all the cravings away from me, other than loving you, of course, to even want to cheat.
This sounds like something a typical man would say to minimize his hoish behavior.
First of all, let me tell you something.
Ain't nothing. Look, you can't learn anything out of being hoish.
Let's just clear this up.
Everything you learned out of being hoish, you could have learned without being hoish.
Let's clear this up. From the beginning, I was not a hoe. Okay, what I was.
You told me you were.
No, I was not a hoe. What I was a professional.
You weren't getting paid, baby.
No, but I was doing it in classy manners. I was a professional penis supplier for unsatisfied, single, married women that needed more.
He had absolutely no criteria.
Lesbian chicks that didn't want the plastic.
He had no criteria. He said he was classy.
You know what I was? I was sort of like, you know how I was a penetration tester. That's what I was. That's what I was. I was a penetration tester for women. You know, because you know they got in IT they have penetration testers. That's what I was for vaginas. I was a penetration tester.
Regardless, anyway,
there you go. So I was not a hoe. Let's get that.
That's why I have to smudge him with sage every day.
Yeah. So
we smudging like.
with that being said, I do have another one. We're gonna
just
switch
playing.
subjects. I want to tell y'all something
I
about
don't
this.
think you're a hoe, baby.
It wasn't
think-
hard. I
I
told you it
don't
was a
think-
penetration test. You know what? I'm gonna get a shirt that says penetration tester, and yours gonna say test me and have an arrow pointing down. That'd be dope.
Or it can say passed. Because you know, penetration test, you either pass or you fail.
Nah, that ain't that far into it yet, but okay.
Okay, so you can
But
submit
you have
it.
an
And I can
arrow
have things
pointing.
says pass. Yeah.
And have the arrow pointing
There
down.
you go.
That's great. Anyway, we should get that for real. But I would say this, y'all. Also, I want to talk about this gym life, right? But I've actually seen a little bit of games. Can't see that thing, right? Looking at, oh boy, I don't even want to flex for y'all. I didn't put on a muscle shirt, y'all. Still got a belly, but I didn't put on a muscle shirt. And I see my little arms in there.
I'm so happy he's happy about his
See that?
games.
That's-
Hopefully
that's
he'll get up
actually-
in the morning.
Look at that. Wait. I want to turn it sideways. You see that? I want y'all to see that's a muscle. Don't touch that. Don't touch it. You don't deserve to touch that. So that's actually a muscle. I ain't normally have that. But the gym is actually she said it's a release for her. We was listening to who was that earlier?
The Rock.
And he said how it releases or whatever. I'm just happy because it's better in my life as far as health wise. And I'm going to all summer and wife beaters. Hey, later on, I'm gonna have her handcuff me right here. Right. Problem is, 3 minutes later, I'm gonna be done. So
I can't win.
she ain't even gonna be able to get the key out of hand, right?
I can't. Anyway,
I'm gonna let my father.
so that's what we want. I think that was it, right?
Yeah, I,
Is that
ain't got
all
no more. I
discussions?
promise y'all next week it's gonna be my subject.
That's what he keeps saying.
No, I did, but I'm gonna.
But he's like, he doesn't do what he does.
So what ends up happening is, right? Like we had a whole discussion. Was yesterday? Whole discussion
about penises.
No, first of all, you need to rephrase that because I ain't talking about no man's dick. I'm sorry, we gonna rephrase that. She was talking about that part.
He was talking about penis.
But we be having great discussions off camera, and it's like you can't really bring those actions to camera when we talk about them off camera because we already said what we had to say.
Which is why we should just start recording, like I told him, but he doesn't do that.
Yeah, maybe we'll start doing that as well. We try that this week. But next week I'll have my own live, not my own live, but the topics will be mine. They're gonna be juicy.
Well, he trying to go solo.
No,
I think my topic was juicy because I really want to know, like, about the shit and stuff and the poop.
well, I'll tell you what. We can find out how you feel about that in the morning, and maybe in about an hour or so. Let's see how you feel about that, buddy.
Oh,
About the poop. No, I'm not a poop player. So,
Lord, I'm listening. Anyway,
with that being said, peace, love, Afro Breeze, give me my kiss, woman. Oh, hold on. I found a way, because we're getting off a little bit early. Well, let me tell y'all what I started. So, typically, what I try to do is typically what I try to do every morning, and we've been doing this since we've been married, is I kiss my wife every morning when we wake up, right? Couple mornings I had been slacking and I kind of forgot. So matter of fact, it's like what 2 or 3 days in a row. So in order for me to make sure that
you
I
start
remember,
taking me for granted, y'all.
Yep, I did. But what I did to rectify that, what I noticed is I think about my wife so much, even when she's around me, right? So what I said, every time I wake up, I'm gonna kiss her. Every time we get in the car, I don't care if we're just going to the store, I'm going to kiss her. When we get out of the car, I'm going to kiss her, right? And guess what, y'all? I honestly forget to do that. But here's the thing. While we're riding, she just runs across my mind while she's right there. I just think about her. And then I remember that, hey, I didn't kiss her. So I end up owing her like 10 or 12 kisses in a day. And but I never forget that though. I may forget to do it when I get in or get out the car, but I never forget that I owe her those because I think about her so much. I'm saying that to say that I find myself every day thinking about you, woman, and falling deeper and deeper in love with you every single day. And I'm honored that you're my wife.
Oh,
And I added to that the kisses. I'm going to kiss her every night before we go to bed. So I get to kiss my wife every day, all day, and fall deeper in love. And that's a connection that's God given. Because the thing about it is, if I ever stop doing that, then that means we lost something. So to me, it's sort of like a roadmap or directions or a gauge.
mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And I thought about that today too. It's really a gauge, because if I don't do that, that means I didn't lost something to stop caring or stop trying to please you or make you smile. So that's just my personal little
Oh, and that's
thing.
how you started off.
Huh?
And that's how you started off.
I'm starting on what?
You're trying to make me smile.
Oh yeah, I don't want to make you smile no more. I don't like it.
Whatever. Please me and make me smile. That's what you said. That's how exactly how you started.
Please what?
To please me or make me smile. That's exactly how you started.
Yeah.
You know how you used to bring me those flowers.
Yeah, I ain't gave her no flowers no more either, because I don't really like flowers. Valentine's Day for suckers.
Kill them.
Yeah, I can go buy her a dozen of roses. Them shits be dead in 2 hours.
But I appreciate them though.
Yeah, I appreciate my $30 that they cost too.
Whatever. Oh, before I forget, tomorrow we gotta do just a special thing. So
for what? Wow.
Join us for our burning ceremony, because he didn't bring the thing out today, the glass, so we couldn't do it today. We're gonna do it tomorrow.
The hell are we burning? I don't know nothing about this.
I know you weren't supposed to know. It's supposed to be like a surprise, but
yeah, I won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna do a burning ceremony.
I ain't. Yep.
So join us for our burning ceremony.
Join her
so that it's gonna be a surprise for him. But I think he'll enjoy it, and I think it'd be something that'd be interesting for other people to see.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that. But give my kiss one. I'm gonna go take a shower.
I love you.
I love you.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Woo. Peace, love, Afro Grease. What the hell is a burn? Oh.